Good afternoon, and thank you so much for continuing staying with us. You're watching Kihoro's show, and today I'm so privileged to have one of the best lawyers politician at Egerton University. Thank you so much, sir, for being in this show. First of all, you look awesome. You look good.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, sir.
Thank you very much.
How is you?
I'm doing very well.
Okay.
My name is Linus Mutai.
Thank you.
As you've said, I am one of the best legal minds here in Egerton University, and also double up as a politician in this coming EUSA elections. And thank you so much for hosting me today.
Okay. Also, remember that keep tweeting at Daniel Kihoro, at Linus. You have said Linus who?
Linus Mutai.
Yes, Linus Mutai. The hashtag is the hot seat, and today you are being I will give you the opportunity also to interact with us, to ask a question either for me or for Linus. Linus alitoka wapi?
As I said earlier on, my name is Linus Mutai.
Yes.
I come from the 5th city of Kenya, that is Uasin
Gishu County.
Yes.
The great city.
The great city. When you talk about Uasin Gishu, people like Sudi comes to your mind.
The President of Republic
people
of
like
Kenya.
The President of the Republic of Kenya.
Yes.
That is Dr. William Samoei Ruto comes to your mind.
Yeah.
So that is my home background.
Okay. Why did you decided to get into politics? Because we have a lot of things to do, and remember you are a law student. Why do you decided politics?
I can say my political star came to shine the moment I was born. I became a leader the moment I was born because I have a twin brother, and it happens that I came first before him. And that alone signified the leadership that I had. I've been a leader all the way, all through, up to now. I hold a position of a class representative back there at my faculty. And it was at this very moment that I decided to venture more into the seat of the congressperson here in the Faculty of Law, so as to grow myself and also to grow the people that I've been working with or for the past year, and also everybody in the Faculty of Law. It is my dream to grow them as I also grow myself.
Which year are you?
I'm currently second year in the great Faculty of Law.
Egerton University.
Yes.
Why politics like this?
Politics is the order of the day. Politics is what grows us. Politics is where people grow. And politics is where we share and we develop ideas.
Okay.
And that's why I'm venturing into this bigger political space this time.
I have seen the competition of law. It is very tight. We have a guest, we have Sheila Kendi.
Sheila Kendi.
And so many of you. Do you think you're well prepared?
I can say I'm well prepared, and I'm up to task for this position that is forthcoming.
Okay. The students, they want to hear your manifesto. Yes. What are some of your manifesto, Mr. Linus?
Thank you very much. And there is, by the way, there is a difference between my manifesto and the other manifestos, because I was interacting with some of the students, and I want to warn them. I don't want us to succumb to a situation whereby we fall into fallacies. We succumb into fallacies. The difference between my manifesto and their manifesto is mine is trying to work on first things at hand, first things first. And I was, when you look at my manifesto, when you scrutinize my manifesto very well, my priority is funding for the association, funding for the great Faculty of Law. We've had very nice manifestos from some of these aspirants. They are very nice. But you know, I was telling somebody, you might admire a very good suit, because as we started the show, you commented on my suit, my very expensive suit.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Huh?
Yes, you can.
How much is it?
This suit is 7,000 Kenya shillings.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
The second year student.
Yes.
So
and that is the same reason as to why I'm making finance my priority in this coming election. Because you might admire one of the best suits, but if you don't have money, I will assure you that will just remain a dream. You won't get to have that expensive suit. To the ladies, you might admire the best dress, but if you don't have money, you are not going to have that dress. We admire the best life, but the moment we don't have money, those will just remain to be dreams. And that's why I don't want us to build castles in the air. I want us to work with manifestos that are actualable. I want us to work with manifestos that work on first things first. Yes, and that is my manifesto. And when you scrutinize it,
the first priority that I'm giving is funding. I will tell you why funding is the biggest problem. And because if funding is the biggest problem, then how do we go about this biggest problem of funding as an association? I have engineered 4 ways that can help us to navigate around this funding problem. One, for starters, and very obvious and very simple, is let us have subscription fees to the association account. You know, as a great faculty of law, we are very lucky because we don't have departments. It is just law. When you go up, it's the faculty of law, and all the way down, it's just law. And we don't have a subscription fee to the association that is 1 year old at the moment. Let us have a reasonable amount, like 50 shillings as subscription fee. If we get 50 shillings from every student at the beginning of every semester, that will go a long way. You know, they say kidogo kidogo ujaza kibaba. That will be already a good amount of money that we are making at the beginning of every semester. Number two, Egerton University School of Law, when I joined, I used to know that Egerton is purely an agricultural institution. Little concerning law is known when you talk about Egerton University. I knew personally that if Egerton goes so much, it offers education courses and any other course. I never knew that it offers law. But when you come to Egerton University, the kind of law that is offered here is, Egerton, I will say, is a vibrant law school. Very vibrant, because when you go to the Kenya School of Law, we are ranked the best. Our pass rate at the Kenya School of Law is the best. Number two, when you go to mootings, for instance, here in Kenya, the best mooter, the best oralist comes from Egerton University. The best research paper comes from Egerton University. The best researcher comes from Egerton University. And recently, we did very well in East African moot court competitions, whereby we have trained universities like the great Dar es Salaam University that was known for offering law even in the colonial times. And these ones are things that are hidden in Egerton University, a university that little is known about when it comes to law. So I will want to call Egerton University Faculty of Law a hidden treasure that is within a very big institution. So I want us to document these precious moments in an Egerton University Law School magazine. Kabarak University have their own law school magazine. University of Nairobi, the other universities, they have their own law school magazines, except for us. But when you look at us, we are more vibrant compared to them. So I want us to have a law school magazine whereby, one, it shall market us as an institution. I want us to shed light to the parents. I want us to shed light to the kind of law school they are bringing their children. You know, out of these parents, I was telling somebody, there is an advocate in this group of parents. There is a judge in this group of parents. There is a magistrate in this group of parents. There are even professional and very big business people in this group of parents. There are well-off people. There are even civil servants in this group. When we shed light to the kind of law school they are bringing their children, one way or another, one day when we knock at their doors seeking for any kind of help, they are able to come in very fast. So one, when we have a magazine, it shall market us as an institution, as a law school. Number two, it shall bring us funding as an association, because if we are able to sell 200 magazines for a price like 200 shillings, that is 40,000 shillings already that we have as an association. And already we are making a step. Number three, ever since time immemorial, when Egerton University School of Law was born at Nakuru Town campus, we've been having people selling the constitutions, a copy of the constitutions, differently. When the first years of the year 2024 came in, they bought their constitutions at 1,000 shillings. When I joined, I bought mine at 900 shillings. But again, the problem is when the first years, there is one who bought his or hers at 1,000 shillings. There is another one who bought his or hers at 750 shillings. There is another one who bought his or hers at 500 shillings. I want to term this act of selling constitutions differently in the same faculty as greedy, as very malicious. And I want us to make this sale of the constitution an association affair, whereby we, all of us as law students, shall be selling these constitutions through the association. And you know, these constitutions, they are gotten at a very fair price at the Kenya law. When you buy an individual, when you go there individually to buy a constitution, you will find it at 500 shillings. But when you buy it as an institution, as an organization,
the price not negotiable.
Yes, the price there is very fair. So I'm not against us selling these constitutions, but let us sell these constitutions at a reasonable price, like 500 shillings. And we sell these constitutions at 500 shillings, and let all of us be selling these constitutions. You know, the other day,
Yes.
we had a very heated debate, a heated discussion in one of our faculty groups called the Moot Group.
Yes.
And there were people who were termed as constitutional cartels, constitutional conmen. If at all there should be cartels in this business of selling the constitution, then let all of us be the cartels, because all of us shall be selling these constitutions. If we can sell a copy for 500 shillings times 200 copies, that is already 100,000 shillings. 100,000 shillings, and we had 40,000 shillings plus the subscription fee that we have not yet accounted for.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
You mean for one to be a lawyer student, he or she has to have that constitution in first year or second year or third year?
When you come here, it's the same way as you join the Form 1. Yes. There are requirements that you're supposed to be having.
So constitution is one of the requirements of a law student?
Yes, when you get into law school, one of the requirements that you should have is a copy of the constitution. Constitution is it is a very key instrument that will help you navigate around the law school. There are units. There is a unit called constitutional law.
Yes.
And in this unit called constitutional law, the prime textbook, the prime resource that you are supposed to have in this class, the prime resource that you are supposed to have in this class is a copy of the constitution. Yes. And there is one funny thing: you can't go there with a soft copy constitution. You have to have a hard copy of the constitution, okay, that are being sold at the beginning of every academic year to first years at different prices.
So is it the institution which said that constitution to students, or you have to come with it from nowhere? When
you join here, you come and find the constitution here at the institution. You purchase one during the admission process. So as I was saying, the third method that I want us to use to utilize resources is the sale of the constitutions. I want us to make it an association affair whereby we all sell this constitution. The fourth method and remember, we've already harvested 140,000 plus up to the third step. The fourth step that I want us to utilize as an association, as a faculty, I want us to have friends. I want us to make friends with the alumni. I want us to have friends like the LSK, Nakuru chapter, and even the North Rift chapter. I want us to invite friends through written proposals. I want us to have the NGOs. I want us to have various organizations as our friends. Why do I want us to have them here? There was a time that I interacted with one organization and I worked for them, and they were very friendly. And they were appreciative of the kind of work that I was doing. And as a return, they want to come to Egerton University. They really told me they want to come to Egerton University. They want to see the kind of life, the kind of legal life that we have here, because the legal life that we have out there is very smart.
Continue.
So they want to come around so that they witness the kind of baking that we have around here. And you know, they made promises. They gave me a promise that they will scout for people here who will work for them, and in return they will give us some money. They will give us some funding as an association, because I told them we are very young and we are still struggling to survive. And they promised to give a helping hand as we grow. If we have organizations, we are able to get 150 up to 200,000 shillings. If an NGO gives us 200,000 shillings, together with 150,000 shillings that we already have, we are already at 350,000 shillings. And as an association, that is already a good amount of money that we can make. And, I don't want to promise people things that I don't know. I don't want to promise people that I'll bring heaven down to earth, and then tomorrow we have circumstances whereby people are saying, yes, we don't qualify to go for heaven, and we promise.
It is called reality in politics.
Yes.
Okay. You want to be among those people who speak reality in your campaigns.
I want us to have a political environment where reality is the order of the day.
Okay.
Yes. Why did I say funding is the biggest problem?
Okay.
Already we've harvested a
well, allow me to cut you off. Talking of funding, you mean funding when it comes to the administration or the association?
Funding as ourselves as an association.
Oh, so you're talking about the association now?
Yes.
Okay.
The biggest problem that we have, we've not been able to optimally perform as an association because we have funding issues. There's funding problems everywhere in the country. We can't run to the administration as some of us were suggesting in their manifestos for funding, because Egerton University is already struggling with debts from the national government. So we can't run to them. We need to have our own finances. And how are we going to do this? The procedures that I have already outlined. Okay. Why did I say funding is the biggest problem that we have as an association? Recently, not 2 weeks ago, we had a graduate who went to be with the father. Tulipata na msiba as a faculty. His name was Brian Kanji, may his soul rest in peace. And we had to do double fundraising. We had to fundraise for the purposes of the bereavement, and at the same time, again, we had to fundraise for transportation to take us to his resting place. And we've had this since time immemorial. I've been a class rep, remember, okay. And each and every time, we've been forced to ask comrades to do double fundraising for the bereavement itself and then for the transportation. We could do this very comfortably when we have our own money as an association. We don't have to do double fundraising we don't have to do fundraising at all. We can get a good portion from our association account, like 20,000 shillings, and we give it to the bereaved friend. The same time, bereavements are something that are not planned for. What the school can do at most is our party a school bus and a driver. But at the same time, we need to finance the bus and the driver to take it there. So if we have money in our association account, we can do this comfortably. I don't want us to be ignorant that because we have a good amount of money in our association account, and we don't give back. When after any bereavement that comes around, what I want us to come do later on as an association, as a faculty, we do a fundraiser whereby we give 20 shillings per student so that we just top up the account. I don't want the faculty that I want us to have, the kind of faculty of law that I want us to have is a faculty whereby ile pesa inatoka kwa mfuko ya comrade is at most 50 shillings. And that 50 shillings is that of subscription fee. Whenever we have these other things, we can just do a fundraising to top up the account, and that is 20 shillings. There are other things, and those are some of the reasons I'm telling you. Money is very important to us as an association. Number two, we had our Wakilisha. We always have Wakilisha shows that are annually. Last year we did the second edition of the Wakilisha, and we never did a very good event as expected. Simply because we were running out of funding, and I don't want us to be paying in these Wakilishas. Personally, I paid a ticket for 500 shillings, that is VVIP. Not because I wanted to go VVIP, but because I wanted to help to raise funds for the event. Okay. I don't want us to have comrades each and every time struggling to pay things like 500 shillings for VVIPs, and at the end of the day, the services are not proportional to the funding. Because when you go around the law school, they will tell you most of them drank diluted juice, and they paid for VVIPs and VIPs. So we can have a very good event that is well budgeted for. I want an event that we budget 100,000 shillings. 100,000 shillings will run a very good event, okay, whereby we don't need to pay for tickets when we are coming in. Okay. Another thing, when we had the same Wakilisha event, we normally have sports day in the Wakilisha event. And this sports day, I remember there was a football match between the first year and the second years, which was cut short before the first half, simply because the ball that was being used developed a puncture, and we had to postpone the games. And when we came back, the games never ended so well because the second years were never contented with the results. With this good amount of money, I want us to establish an association games department, whereby we can get enough and good sporting equipment for ourselves as a faculty. I want us to reduce an instance whereby we depend on the bigger Egerton University Students Association for such small things. Okay. Last semester, we started a PE for my own class, whereby we play every Friday against ourselves. Personally, I don't play football, but I see it as very uncomfortable when somebody who just played gives me a jersey that is full of sweat to me, who is still fresh, so I wear it and go back and play. It's comfortable, it's uncomfortable, and it is unhygienic. Let us have at least 2 more pairs of jerseys and enough sporting equipment. I play basketball personally, but we don't have an association basketball team simply because we don't have balls. Okay. Yes.
Okay, I think you have a lot of manifesto in which it is very okay, and I think the students, they have had you. But I want us to shift a bit because we want to wind up. Maybe since you're not vying alone, you have your competitors. In 30 seconds, how can you speak about your competitors? Maybe in 1 minute.
I would say my competitors are also up to task. They are also very strong, but I want to appeal to everybody that there is a difference between me and my competitors. And the difference between me and my competitors is I am promising a reality.
Okay.
They have good plans. They have outlined good plans in their manifestos. But I want to assure you, all of them are very impossible without funding.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've said that the difference between you and your competitors is funding.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is why it is my biggest priority.
Okay.
They have a lot of good things.
Yes.
But the step that they are missing is these
funding.
things need to be funded.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we have been having a lot of congresses. We had TOM, we had the current one, the outgoing one, and now the aspirants. Maybe what are some of the gaps that you, as LINUS, now you have identified and you are going to fix it?
And it is very simple.
Yes.
And it is very clear. The biggest gap between the outgoing Congress and the now incoming one, or the gap that has been left, is activities that have not been performed optimally. And they are all because we haven't been having enough resources to perform them very well.
Okay.
Yes. And you see, when we look at these other, the congresses and even the other aspirants, and it is a tradition, even in Egypt University, whereby aspirants form WhatsApp groups. And I will tell you today, up to now, I don't have a WhatsApp group as I ran for this position of Congress. And somebody asked why. I want us to do away with this part. I will not be a Congress of a WhatsApp group. I will not be a Congress of a small section of students. I will be a Congress of everybody. And that's why I go to everybody. I don't do my politics sided in the name of WhatsApp groups and everything. And these are the kind of problems that have been there. The biggest problem that we've had since immemorial, the gaps that have been left, the reasons as to why these leaders don't perform optimally is funding.
Okay.
And that's why I want to make it my biggest priority. Okay. When I come in, we have funding, and we'll be able to work
tukimalizia wakili, some of the challenges that you are facing, kindly in 1 minute.
Personally, this race is it requires a lot of time.
Okay.
Yesterday, my neighbors were asking me, do you even still live in this house? Mm-hmm. I move out in the morning very early. Yes, I walk to individual people on my own. Okay. Of course, there are these other aspects whereby you get frictions from other people, from your own opponents. But these are things that are expected in any political space. I'm a lawyer, remember, and I'm ready for any other incitements and every other thing that comes around. Okay. That's why I've been able to be strong up to now.
I think we have to create another time so that at least we can have a long conversation about your manifesto, about your political journey, about your life. Because remember that hatujazungumzia maisha yako. I wish you all the best, and I want to give you like 30 seconds at least to say anything say something to law students and also Egerton University students. So that at least waambie pia wakuvotie itakapofika. When is the election?
The election
next
is,
week? Tuesday? Is it 13th?
13th.
Okay.
Thursday, before the Valentine's Day.
Okay. Before the Valentine's.
It's going to be
mtakuwa mshajua nani mkali.
It's going to be very hot. Kuna watu watadisappointiwa na siasa.
Okay.
Na wapo wao. It's going to be very hot. So thank you very much for the show. As we get into an electioneering period, I want to ask all of us to be peaceful, let us all remain vigilant. And to the students of Egerton University School of Law, it is time we make decisions that are very wise. Let us not have, or rather, let us not build castles in the air. What we are doing at the moment, we are building castles in the air. We are having promises, and I don't want us to, at the end of the day, these promises become empty promises. I want you to support me. Let us support each other. Let us grow together, because I believe it is just me who is going to make. I want to ask and plead to the Egerton University students to please see a difference in me from the other aspirants and give me that power to bring a change in our faculty. Okay. We can do this, and I believe we can do it. Yes. And we're already doing it. Okay. Good things are coming.
Tunakutakia tu kila laheri kwenye kipindi hiki. Tunasema shukrani sana, na pia kutoka hapa najua kutoka hapo nenda campaign directly. Tunasema wale wanafunzi wa mchaguo, kama jinsi ulivyomsikiliza